It's that time again. Time to expose the true scum in this community. Imagine if someone was pretending to support a charity just to make themselves look better, and to use clickbait titles to draw in views for ad revenue. And what if this person goes back on their word to censor you for calling them out on this? What would you think of that person? Disgusting? Vile? Horrible? Well, I call them frauds.
Fraud detection warning. Fraud detection warning.
Before we get started, let me get this out of the way, because the person I'll be talking about does not believe in freedom of speech and is very sensitive.
But if I were you, I wouldn't cut and paste work into your videos without my permission in the future. You're gonna have to be more creative than that in the future if you want to come at me. So be warned.
Copyright Law Section 107, Fair Use. Criticism. I will be criticizing the actions and behavior of none other than Mr. T in this video, and this law allows me to do so legally without permissions. And as you can see, broadcasts or video clips are protected under this as well. I'm not using your whole video, just the parts that I'm criticizing, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm well within the law to do this. Despite Mr. T saying he would accept challenges as long as they are respectful,
you can come here to my channel and challenge me respectfully.
he did not uphold this, and as we are about to see, I do not swear at him nor joke in this thread anywhere. On his clickbait video, Autism Speaks, I call him out by stating how corrupt he has become. Like Craft Nation's tragedy videos, he puts ads on it just to get money, and this video is clickbait. Look at his fan base, look at what part of the gaming community he is in on YouTube. He knows damn well a video with the word autism in it within this community is going to get people seeking drama. Well, it did just that. Had he named the video "Donate to this charity" or something to that nature, it would have gathered the actual people that will more than likely donate. But he didn't, and later he reveals that he knows this. He also chose the organization Autism Speaks just so he can damage control the title if need be. And later in this video, you will find out that this organization is quite shady and doesn't really help autistic people. In fact, they didn't humanize them. He replies to me using his false persona of being a good Samaritan fighting the good fight for autism. He claims I clicked this video to see drama, which later you'll find out the true reason I clicked this video. I unsubbed from this clown long ago when his channel just became a bunch of Nintendo propaganda.
If you don't like Zelda, you ain't a Nintendo fan. If you don't like Mario, DK, and Kirby, you're not a Nintendo fan. If you don't like Star Fox, F-Zero, and Metroid, you're not a Nintendo fan. Why? Because these games are the embodiment of Nintendo and what they're about, and their philosophy. These games are Nintendo.
And trailers. Well, I can't even call him a clown, because clowns are at least funny. Then I decided to craft some comments to see if I could get him to slip up, and he did. I told him autism is not a mental disorder, which is a fact, and I tell him the truth. I did not seek his video. Why would I? I think he is lame and boring now. Don't take my word for it. Just watch one of Mr. T's podcasts if you can manage to stay awake. Anyway, this is who linked me the video.
Quick shout out to the fake fans of the Mr. T show. You know, I like to call them the Mr. T channel police, who come to my channel trying to tell me what kind of content I should have, or what I should say or shouldn't say, to avoid drama from other YouTubers. And these are the same fools that will tag your haters and videos that you make to start up some drama. Yeah, they'll turn around and run to the comment section of your haters' videos after kissing your ass, and then indulge in the drama and kiss the asses of your haters and wallow in the filth like the nut-hugging instigators they are.
I'm gonna start calling this guy RuneScape. So RuneScape, how does it feel that your hero called you a fake fan and a nut-hugging instigator? Now, I claim that RuneScape said, check out this manipulation. This was to make Mr. T think, and RuneScape think that I'm talking about someone in my inner circle, because I was making sure that T would think nothing of RuneScape instigating this. Basically, a failsafe to prevent comments from being mass deleted. That's why that little bit was tacked on the end there. And I wrap it up by bluntly telling him why he made the video. Let's see how Mr. T replies to this. To counter my fact about autism not being a mental disorder, he brings up how much money he makes and an unproven claim that he gives 100% of the YouTube money to charity. Then says this is going to be one of the least watched videos, which is strange because you and I both know it has a clickbait title in this community, and your content has been dull of late. That was one hell of a sidestep. His counter to my "someone linked me this video" comment, he claims a friend requested this video to be made. Highly doubt it, but here's the kicker. He calls me a lifeless internet hermit and implied I have no friends. Isn't it strange that he requested people that want to challenge him to be respectful, and when someone actually does, he insults them? Isn't that a bit hypocritical?
You can come here to my channel and challenge me respectfully.
Next, he counters my calling him out on his BS by calling me a fraud. He also calls me black-hearted, and we all know that isn't true. Here comes my last comment before he rage quits the debate and blocks me. Keep in mind that I did not swear at him, not once during this whole thing. I remained respectful despite him not doing the same. I counter his comment about how he doesn't need these pities from YouTube by telling him if he doesn't need them to simply remove the ads from his videos. Then I proceeded to tell him that people that do good things for the sake of doing good do not flaunt their actions to bolster their image, which is true, because a real good person knows it's not about them, it is about the cause. And I point out that he ignored my fact about autism not being a mental disorder. It is a neurological disorder, meaning a physical attribute is the cause, not a mental one. In a lot of cases, you can't even classify it as a disorder. I counter his next comment by stating I simply don't believe him because his behavior and actions say otherwise, and actions speak louder than words. I asked him, how am I a fraud? I'm not the one doing videos to create a false idol image of myself to look good. I am pure. My channel is what I feel like doing when I feel like doing it. That is probably the reason some people sub to me, others for laughs, others to hate. I asked him if he supports other bad organizations like PETA, and even point out that he offended someone with this video. That is strange. He flat out lies to the person's face with his actions. If you totally agree, then you wouldn't have made this video. He replies with an odd comment. He says he put an ad in the video so Google would promote it. Isn't that what your network is for? Then he blocks me. Now you are wondering what this Autism Speaks organization is and why I compared it to PETA. Let's listen to people with autism and what they had to say about this Autism Speaks organization.
So Google actually teamed up with Autism Speaks for genome research. And they called their little project by a very strange name. They actually called it Missing, except without the I's. So MSSNG, Missing. Now, let me be very clear about this. I am not missing. There is no part of me that is missing. Okay, I'm not a puzzle with a bunch of pieces missing. Okay, I'm a complete human being. Yeah. It's a bit strange how in 2014 I have to reiterate that I'm a human being. How is it that they can't see how sickening and monstrous this is, to actually view someone as, half a person or something like that? How is it they don't go, oh gee, it might not be such a good thing to dehumanize people?
Good evening, everyone. I'd just like to share my opinion on the Autism Speaks video, which I read on a forum, and I thought, well, no one's made a video reply, I'd like to just say what I think about it, and maybe people will benefit from it. As someone with Asperger's, I find it mildly offensive, regardless of the fact it's clearly a marketing campaign, but a lot of people don't see things as they're intended by marketers, and that's what people don't seem to realise.
April is Autism Awareness Month, so on April 1st, myself and 2 other autistic people from our ASAN chapter hit the pavement and handed out flyers that dispel myths about autistic people. As the 3 of us were walking across Ohio State's campus, however, we came across something foul. The Autism Speaks student chapter's awareness event. 100 signs, literally 100 signs, stuck into the campus lawn, all bearing 1 in 110 on the front and various ridiculous, fear-spreading slogans on the back. Phrases like, support autism research, disturb the sound of silence, and for every locked mind, there's a key to find, and autism knows no race, ethnicity, social boundary, family income, lifestyle, or education level, among others. These slogans portrayed autistic people as shut off from the world, as though they lack humanness and worth. We grew even more upset as we overheard other students and passers-by concluding that autism is scary because, according to Autism Speaks, it's more prevalent than, quote, diabetes, AIDS, and cancer combined, and causes a, quote, 80% divorce rate among parents of autistic children. So, as we shared these photos and stories with others in the local autistic community, the outrage spread.
Hello everyone, this is Jerry, and I'm an adult with autism, and this month being Autism Awareness Month, the so-called autism charity Autism Speaks is everywhere. Commercials, celebrity endorsements, corporate sponsors, a walk for autism, and it all sounds pretty great, but like a lot of these major foundations, there's a huge difference between what they say and what they actually stand for. And I first heard of Autism Speaks a while back. I thought, let's see what they're all about. And I noticed 2 things about them right away. First, they tend to place an undue amount of focus on research into finding a cure that may or may not be possible, and that individuals with autism may or may not want. Now, we already know what causes autism. We already know, despite Wall Street's efforts to suppress this, vaccines, pollution, certain additives in foods, are large part to blame for the unprecedented amount of people being diagnosed. So it seems like it'd be much more productive to stop forcing people to give their children vaccines, hold the companies accountable for their actions, and try to have programs which have been proven to help people, like early intervention, full inclusion, and more services available for adults with autism. As many of them get out of high school and into the adult world, many of them find themselves stuck and really don't know exactly what to do next, and are starting to fall through the cracks, and it's really... Secondly, I noticed that Autism Speaks has a bit of a listening problem. Very few, if any, people on their board or in any position of significance in the organization is an individual with autism, and they have a nasty habit of shutting us out.
Hi, I'm Amethyst, and welcome to Ask an Autistic.
I want a renaissance to shine a light, be the change we want, set things right. We've been waiting in the dark for so long.
Autism Speaks is one of the largest and most well-known of the autism organizations in North America, and I think that they also are overseas in the UK under the name Autistica. A lot of autistic people and some parents of autistic children have a problem with Autism Speaks. In fact, I've never met any autistic person who supports Autism Speaks or thinks that they are a good organization.
Wow. So Mr. T is actually hurting autistic people with this video he forged from his greed for the glory of fanboys. You can say what you want about me, how I call people losers, idiots, and worthless. I give these autistic people what they truly desire. I treat them like everyone else. Isn't that what they want? To be treated equally? So, they're getting equal treatment from me. I am pure, Mr. T is corrupt, and that is a fact that cannot be denied. Also, I find it funny that you call me an art failure when you are horrible at art. Mr. T, you are not creative, and stop claiming to be a parody. You are not a parody. You are role-playing, which is not protected by the Copyright Law 107 like this video is. Get on my level before you talk shit.